Absolute commander of the run here at Bright Yellow Jim Hall car. Just seems to be unbeatable, and it's been that way since they took it out of the truck at the start of the weekend. So Gil de Ferran now 6.8 seconds ahead of second place Jimmy Vasser, followed by Parker Johnstone. Then Al Unser Jr. rides in fourth place. Then Adrian Fernandez, Paul Tracy, Michael Andretti, and Hugo Moreno. Now, de Ferran's having fun here. How about some fun with his family at Disneyland earlier in the week? It's not far from the track here, and a lot of the guys head over to it. It's a little visit from Minnie Mouse. Remember the baby in Winter Circle at the end of last year? We'll be back.
On the first Saturday in May, what's the first thing you think of?
27 championships in 13 years, and we still look for ways to improve our truck after every race. When it comes to winning, nothing stands in our way.
With new spark plugs, you get improved performance for a while. But only Bosch Platinum has a pure platinum center electrode that's heat fused. So Bosch Platinum reaches its self-cleaning temperature faster for full engine power and improved fuel efficiency over a longer performance life. Which means you'll replace a lot of other things before you change your Bosch Platinums. Bosch Platinum, the ultimate spark plug.
Budweiser.
Alright, we're jamming. I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming, and I hope you like jamming too.
Firehawk, born at Indy, driven everywhere.
We're back at the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach as we take a look at the interval now. Gil de Ferran sits there at the top of the order. And boy, look at Paul Tracy as he and Fernandez have been battling back and forth. Next Sunday at 3 Eastern, 2 Central here on ABC Sports, Michelle Kwan and Todd Eldridge team up to challenge their fellow countrymen in the Hershey's Kisses Figure Skating Challenge. And then Billie Jean King, Steffi Graf, and Chanda Rubin talk candidly about the past, present, and future of women's professional tennis when Nike presents A Passion to Play. That's next Sunday here on ABC Sports. Well, Michael Andretti, remember he had that bad wing. Gary Gerald, what have they done about that?
Well, they did nothing to the wing. It was a 10.5-second stop. He had a problem with the left front wheel or tire going down, and so it necessitated a third stop. And that's not good, of course, in what is normally a 2-stop race. Michael's back on the track now, Mo. And running in 7th place, so Michael Andretti still staying up there.
He probably had a little problem from the debris that came off of that wing, and he picked something up if it was the left front. Got a little carbon in there, punctured the tire, probably had to change the tire.
Well, we have just crossed the 88th lap. 105 the scheduled distance, 166.95 miles. Gil de Ferran is the leader, followed by Vasser, Johnstone, Al Unser Jr., Paul Tracy, and Adrian Fernandez. You're on board with Michael. Take a look at this. Here's the leader of the race. Now we're looking for Jimmy Vasser's red and yellow car. There it is. Looking for third place now. Parker Johnstone. There he is. And then Unser Jr. And then Paul Tracy way back there.
Yeah, but of course, don't forget Paul had that stop and go and he's really been moving up through the field. He's got the bit between his teeth. What he wants right now is another full course yellow to get up with the bunch, because he can't make that ground up all by himself. He needs a yellow.
You got a glimpse of him for a moment. We got some interesting names in the top 10 here. Moreno is now at 8th position, and Eddie Lawson has made it up into 9th. And one car slowing, that's Teo Fabi. He's been out of trouble a couple of times today.
Yeah. Of course, he got tangled up with Michael earlier, and he might have done some damage. But that way he's slowing down there, that looks more like he's got something, motor problem or electrical problem.
As we were saying, that Eddie Lawson in 9th, and Richie Hearn in 10th, who started 22nd.
And you just saw him turn right in there. That's the back door into the pits. That means he's got a big problem. His day's probably done.
So now on board, the points leader coming into this event, currently running second, 7 seconds ahead, about half a straightaway on the pit straight Shoreline Drive here. And not to necessarily divert your attention from the track, but you see all those high rises? 22 years ago when this thing started, they weren't there. And many of the people here in the city attribute this event to the growth along Ocean there and the growth of the city.
I hate to admit it, but I was actually here 21 years ago.
There's Richie Hearn, the 44 car. Boy, what a great run he is having. Gruselman out and alongside. Not a fight for position. Hearn runs in 10th. He's looking for Lawson ahead on the track.
And you know, there's another guy that started way back, which was Eddie Lawson. With the Gallus Racing people, he's come a long ways up.
Well, he has, from 2 wheels to 4 wheels and the lights. Look at him. Everybody watching television down there. Brian Lyles gives you a wave, one of the engineers. Now, boy, do you feel self-conscious now, guys? And Christian Fittipaldi, of course, he's out of the race. Hey, Christian, come on, little smile. Little smile. Not a chance he's going to do it. No, he's still angry.
I think it's going to take a while to put a smile back on his face. When you've been knocked out of a race, you're not real happy, especially when it was going as well as it was going.
And maybe he's just thinking, oh, what Paul and Danny are saying about me now, because they didn't have audio there. Maybe they did. No, they didn't, because I asked him to smile. He didn't. Plus, you couldn't hear it down there anyway. Gil de Ferran leads by 8.1 seconds. Boy, I'll tell you what, you talk about handling up a race. I don't remember this kind of dominance here.
No, and you know, something else he's going to come away with if it keeps going the way it is, and I'm not trying to jinx him or anything there, but if it keeps going, he'll come away with the maximum points, pole position, most laps led, and a race win. That's what we, of course, used to call clean sweep.
Exactly. And it's very profitable as well. A few bucks in the pool for that.
And let me tell you something, having won a championship, those pole positions and those most laps led, those 1 points, the more of those you get really make a difference at the end of the season.
Yeah, all the guys that tend to run back in the field act like that doesn't matter that much. But I've never talked to a champion like yourself that hasn't said, boy, I've got to get that 1 point. Those 1 points really add up.
That's right. And the year I did it, I had 9 or 10 poles. That's 10 points. That means you got to finish, what is that, 5th or something to get those 10 points? Or
32 points at the end of the season. That's
right.
More than a race. Let's go to Jack Arute.
Well, Paul, let's ask a former driver his impressions of this Long Beach road course. Yes, this is Anthony Edwards, one of the stars of the hit show ER. You drove here in the Toyota Celebrity Race. What are your impressions of the Long Beach course?
Well, actually, I'm about ready to suit up in case Paul wants me to take over for him. So, I had a blast here last year. It was a lot of fun.
What are your impressions of motorsports as a discipline? Because I know acting is difficult.
Well, for me, in the same way that on a film crew, you've got a big crew of people working together to actualize the writer's idea, the director's idea. I'm so impressed with racing in the same way, and that there's an incredible teamwork going on, and these people that are just so good at what they do. That's what I love watching.
Danny, we got another fan.
I tell you what, you may think of him as from ER. For me, he's always going to be Goose in Top Gun.
He was great in Top Gun.
On board Bobby Rahal, Brian Herta just ahead, teammates, and it is a fight for 13th place. Well, how do you deal with this if you're Herta?
You stay out in front of your boss as far away as you can. so he doesn't get close enough to make an attempt to pass him.
That's the MyJack car with Moreno just behind these two, the blue and white, and then Adrian Fernandez. Team that's been working hard this year. The Bobby Rahal team teamed up with Dave Letterman as a partner. Dave, of course, actively interested in racing. We're up in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, he saw Bobby sliding it around there a little bit. And they haven't been as happy as they'd like to. They haven't really found themselves yet. They haven't gotten the cars to where they want it.
Oh, another car with a problem. Dennis Vitolo, his first race of the year, brand new sponsor, and one that he hopes to see all of 97 with. He stayed in there. And Robbie Gordon, who's been in and out of trouble the entire day, as he still struggles his way around this track.
Yeah, but the one great thing about Robbie is he's back up to 12th place. That's 1 point. He hasn't given up. He's still out there with all the things that have been thrown at him. He's doing a great job.
Back up into the points. So at the front of the field, it is still DeFerrin 7 seconds ahead of second place and points leader Jimmy Vasser, then Johnstone, Unser Jr., Tracy Fernandez. We'll be back after these messages.
We're not home right now. We just got a new jet ski STS watercraft. We'll call back just as soon as we get home.
The Jet Ski STS. It's got all the power, handling, and stability a family needs.
It's your mother. How come you never call?
It's a simple concept. The bigger the hole, the easier air can flow through it. That's the idea behind Dynamax, the performance exhaust with the open airflow. Dynamax. Its patented open design maximizes your engine's full power potential, so you can really haul. Performance exhaust systems, engineered by Walker. Dynamax.
They can make a rough road feel this smooth. They can make the most demanding road feel safer. And right now, Monroe Sensatrack shocks and struts are on sale. Buy 3 and get the 4th one free. That's one safe deal. Buy 3 and get the 4th one free. Only on Monroe Sensatrack, only for a limited time. So go straight to a Monroe Ride Expert Center today. Or call 1-800-STRUT-NOW.
History teaches primordial perspiration shouldn't mess with one's style. Consider this powerful discovery. Right Guard Pure Power Clear Gel. An astoundingly clear gel. Thus, it goes on clear without any flaky white stuff, protecting one powerfully. For when it comes to protection, one shouldn't mess around. Right Guard Clear Gel. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Beautiful view down on the circuit at the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. This course comes from cameras mounted on one of the world's most enduring symbols, the Goodyear Blimp Eagle, based in Carson, California. Been providing these aerial photos. 1996 marks the 71st consecutive year that a Goodyear blimp has flown over a major sporting event. Here on the track as we ride with Parker Johnstone, who currently rides in 3rd place. It's still DeFerrin leading. Remember Mario Andretti led start to finish twice here. Still don't remember this kind of pulling away power that he showed. Second, Jimmy Vasser, then this car, Parker Johnstone. Al Unser Jr. is back behind Parker about 2 seconds, followed by his teammate Paul Tracy. Let's go to Gary Gerould.
Well, Doug Peterson is one of the co-owners of the Bricks Comtech racing team following Parker Johnstone. Doug, regardless of how this ends up in the last few laps, what does this kind of performance mean to a young team trying to establish itself?
Fantastic. Couldn't be better. Our team is, we've had a tough time the first 3 races, and we're all under